And here it comes. Swing and a miss. And a World Series Game 7 winning Curly W is in the books.
Dagger! It's 1974. The Washington Capitals are the 2018 Stanley Cup champions. Don't like that. I like that.
You gotta like that, right?
Despite all this, despite the churn, my approval ratings keep going up.
We are ready to give our 500% support back to this franchise, back to this city, back to this team after Snyder leaves. And then this is the poo-poo you put on the field.
For the very first time, the Washington Mystics are WNBA champions.
The Washington Commanders select Jaden Daniels.
I'm going to support fake teams that can't ruin my life.
Did you call bank? I call game.
Thank you. Sorry to keep you waiting. Complicated business.
Happy football, FD. Happy football to you, Stevie. It is here. The season has arrived. The summer season, the terrible summer season, much lamented summer season is now over. Congratulations to you both. We are now officially into football season. Personally, this is the best time of year. It's like the weather just kind of knew and took a cue from the rest of the universe. Hey, turn the heat off. We don't want heat. I don't think it's rained in Northern Virginia in 3.5 weeks. Perfect. No humidity. It's motorcycle weather. It's Jag weather. It's roadster weather, right? It's I know, Stevie, you're probably sad to say goodbye to sundress weather, right? But we're getting into the we're getting into the better part of the season here.
Don't cut the leggings. The leggings and the rider boots are a good ad.
I just got back from Nashville, so I had my fill of sundress sillies over there.
I think summer extends a little bit longer in the South, if I'm not mistaken. But personally, I'm here for everybody. Want everybody to start looking like a burrito, right? Let's layer up, folks. It's fit season is over. Okay, we're into comfy season. And personally, for me, I'm happy we're doing that transition. But look, football is here. Stevie, I want to spend exactly 3 minutes talking about the Nationals because I think there is some local interest of note. And by the way, are you a Cavaliers fan now? What is that?
It's not. It's what everyone thinks.
You're right.
What is that? Lumber Kings, okay? It's my son's travel baseball team.
A lumber what?
The Lumber Kings. They're coming to a field near you, okay? These guys are mashing.
Lumber Kings. Okay.
Peace.
I would imagine not even 99, 100% of people assume that is a Cavaliers hat. No?
Go Wahoos is what I hear every time. And I just stare right back at them.
Of course.
With their popped up collars, UVA punks, dude.
I mean, those are your people. No? Are those not your people? Aren't you a GW guy?
G-Dub.
Yeah. Bump. What was that guy's name? Pops.
Forever.
Did you tutor him in math or did he tutor you in math?
And then Yinkadare. You got to go way back for our listeners. Like a Yinkadare.
And the listeners evaporate, right? Like, who cares?
So does the co-host. I'm out.
Yeah.
You asked about the Nationals.
Yeah. So the only reason they're in the news right now is they posted the lowest attendance of the season earlier this week, 11,000 and change. Did it look like 11,000 people to you, Stevie?
No, there's no way. There was no way.
There's
it was a solid 3,000 people at first pitch.
Yeah, they may have moved 11,000 chicken nuggets, maybe.
I mean, it's incredible. I mean, I had that picture sent to me by several people just saying how far this was a team that 6 years ago we had 4, 5, 6 of the top players. We had just won a World Series. I mean, this is a textbook. At least Snyder, this is what I actually told a buddy. At least Snyder.
Be very careful here.
At least Snyder spent money when he was destroying the team. At least he was willing to throw that 2000 team. How much money did he spend on that? The Lerners are the cheapest billionaires in the country, and they have wrecked their team. They have wrecked the value of a team they are trying to sell. Honestly, it's malpractice what they did to this team, and they're going to suffer the consequences. And they already are.
Well, what are the consequences? I mean, they've been trying to sell the team for the better part of 10 years at this point, right? They won the World Series in 2019. Do I have my dates right? 2019? Yeah. I mean, we're 6 years removed from the World Series. The team is worth nothing. It's back to back page, literally back page news at this point. Nobody cares. And what happened to all the players that were peaking? What happened to your guy Wood,
terrible. I mean,
where's Josiah Gray? Wasn't he on this team for a while? Does he still exist?
Tommy John is a 12-month, 18-month injury.
So there's nothing to look forward to the rest of the way, and nothing to care about next season either, unless there's.
My children love going to those games. I'm a season ticket holder. I could not get myself to renew those season tickets. Shout out to Corey, great Nats rep. She was awesome for customer service. I literally told her, I want to give you my money. I want to press the button to renew. I couldn't. Until this team starts spending money, I ain't spending any money on.
There's the clip.
That's a take. That's a take right there.
I get in the intro for the stupid show, okay?
You're in there. You're actually featured twice.
There.
You don't say anything, but you're in the frame twice.
I gotta yell just to get in there.
You're always listen. You're on a little bit of a heater here. You've been to 2 shows in 6 weeks, so yes, you're doing okay.
FP level, everyone has agreed that we're all just shooting for third here because FP is a clear number.
100%. Listen, FP
I like to view it as 1A, 1B. To be fair,
I mean you can convince yourself of anything, FP, I suppose. I mean, this guy. Look at this guy. Look at that hat. Look at that Commander's hat. That is a nice top piece there. I haven't actually seen it in the wild. That's a good look. That's a good look. I mean, we are days away at this point. We made our predictions a couple weeks ago. It's here. It's here. And we have football on Thursday night. We've got Eagles hosting the Cowboys. I think we actually we may be seeing this one differently just in the offline chat here. We were split. I mean, I assumed everybody would go Eagles. I'm going Eagles. Is anybody here brave enough to take the Cowboys on opening night to upset in Philly?
I am. I think the Cowboys could take it.
Really?
I think a healthy Dak and CD together, we haven't seen in a while. And I just maybe it's the hater in me, but the Eagles, I think, are going to be in for a rude awakening, losing both of their coordinators, some of their big pieces on defense. I don't think they have it. I don't think they have it this season.
But I would be surprised if they drop this one. Now, you're right about Dallas. Dallas out of the gate for the last couple of years, they come out fast. I mean, we saw this. I mean, as recently as last year, they opened against Cleveland. Dak got his deal, like I think on opening day or the morning of. They posted 50 on the Browns. I don't see that happening, though. I mean, did they address running back and I missed it? I don't think so. Did they address
they have no running back
or third receiver? I don't think so. Ferguson is, I think, still the starting tight end. It's not a very good offensive unit, FP.
They took what's his face from the Steelers? Claypool? Not Claypool, the other guy.
Pickens.
Yeah,
Pickens and CD is a solid wide receiver duo.
So I'm in the minority on this one, I think, because I shared this opinion earlier. Pickens, I think it was a number 1 on a bad team. I don't think he's that good. I just don't.
I think CD is truly a top 5 wide receiver talent that it'll afford Pickens a lot of room on that field.
I mean, it'll be okay. So that's a valid point. I mean, we did get a little bit of rain, I think, or rain's in the forecast, if I'm not mistaken, I think for opening night. So we'll see how that factors in too. But I mean, does anyone not expect Saquon Barkley to post a close to MVP or MVP caliber season? I mean, I got him, to switch this into fantasy for just a second. I mean, I drafting second overall. He was my guy. He's the guy I wanted from the beginning. He gets the touches. He's got the breakaway speed. I think he's the best running back in the league, and I don't see Dallas slowing him.
I mean, between you drafting him second overall and him being on the Madden cover, he's putting up 900. He's putting up maybe 900 yards.
Oh, for the love of all that is good, I have to win the fantasy league this year. I have to. This is year 22. I've never won the stupid thing.
I mean, you're not going to win, but the idea is that shock factor is gone, right? And so that surprise element is gone. So I mean, you got to imagine teams are going to be loading up the box to stop him. Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl and all, has never proven that he can beat any defense through the air. I mean, that's just so. I mean, you got to think these defensive coordinators are just going to gear up, and I'm hoping that these Redskins coordinators, who's
still Joe Witt,
Okay. I mean, I'm assuming Saquon's going to be, target number 1 for every defensive coordinator right now. Eagles O-line is not what they were last year. They've lost some people. So I don't think Saquon will have as good a year, but I mean, he's obviously the most talented running back, one of the most talented running backs in the league. But it won't be like last year.
This comment just came in, and feel free to chat the show anytime. Schottenheimer's a modern day Jim Zorn. This will be a disaster.
Hey, shout out to that guy for posting great stuff on the Republican Party, Democrat Party. Way to go, Mina.
Thanks, Mina.
A little more nepotism than Zorn, but you know.
But I mean, he wasn't on anyone's list, right? Was he on anybody's list?
Only Jerry's.
Only Jerry's, right? I mean, that this is the way. This is the way. And you were pumping this this Netflix documentary, FP. I mean, did you learn anything after watching this? I know you were big on Jerry and what he did for the sport at large, but did you pick up anything else?
I mean, he's a lone ranger, right? Like he's gonna do him and only him and consult with nobody, even his own sons that are helping him run the team. He wants all of the joy himself and the accolades himself if he hits, but he never hits. He's just like he
never hits.
He needs to be pulled out from the casino table. He's just losing all of his chips. And I mean it's up to debate what happens between him and like the outcome of him and the Micah situation, because Micah Parsons, like, he just avoided telling everybody that he has like an L4, L5 spine fracture, and nobody found out until after he got money. So maybe Jerry was right. I don't know.
I don't think Jerry's going to be right on this one. I think in the end, I mean, what's your opinion on the Micah trade? We had one person, and I'm going to get, so pause that for just a second. We got a question here from Eric. Dak or Trevor, 6 points per passing TD was, I think that.
Eric, did you not listen? Joe hasn't won a fantasy championship.
I don't think he's asking me.
At GPT, buddy. Okay, anybody else than Joe? Okay, 22 years. Okay, I
would never start Dak in any.
I think that's
over Trevor Lawrence.
No, fantasy football, not real football.
I know, but is that the question that's being asked?
Yeah,
no, I mean, you take Dak all day.
I 100% agree, and I think the fact that Joe said Trevor confirms that it's Dak all the way. I mean,
Look at it this way: are you going to take CeeDee Lamb or Travis Hunter? You take CeeDee Lamb, he's going to get his numbers. It's going to come from Dak.
I think you're wrong on this one, but okay, that's fine. That's fine. There you go, Eric. You got your question. Go start Dak, but don't
Dak
come
all the way.
Yeah. Back to the Micah thing for just a second here. We had one person reach out to us and basically say, this is the biggest news in the history of the NFL. Fire up the mics and everything else. To which I responded, I mean, I'm not the best barometer for NFL news, but I don't care at all. So if somebody else cares a little bit, we would consider it. But the general feeling amongst our rotating cast here was nobody really cares. This doesn't put the Packers over the edge or knock it. Does it make them the best team in the NFC North? I don't think so. Right. So now what? They're a little bit better, or maybe contending for second place in their division. I just don't see it as that big of a deal. And it looks like he may be nursing an injury too. Do either of you care about this trade?
No, I mean, I'm happy. 2 headlines came out. One was that the Eagles pushed really hard to try to get Micah. The Cowboys didn't want him to go to an NFC East rival. So I'm very happy that happened. If you're going to get rid of him, put him somewhere else in the NFC, disrupt all of them, but not the NFC East. So that's good with me. But the other thing is, no, I don't really care about it. He does have the injury. He's kind of, a diva with the podcast and all of that stuff. And, the 2 first-round picks and the tackle that they took from the Packers, I think that's going to hurt interdivision play more than Micah, right? Like, I don't want the Cowboys. The Cowboys are good at hitting on elite receivers. I don't want them to use first-round picks on another Zeke or another CD or another, Dez. Like, they're good at hitting on first-round picks.
Yeah,
so
who won that trade, Stevie? Who won the trade?
The Micah Parsons trade?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, the only reason I care is because I'm upset that he didn't come here. I think Micah Parsons is a game changer, and I think we're sleeping on it. He's had a couple down seasons. I think his explosiveness, and I think he's looking for a resurgence, towards the tail end of his career. I think if you name me the last great pass rusher this city had. Don't say Andre Carter.
Kerrigan.
Don't say Brian Arakpo.
Arakpo. How are you going to ask to be on the opening credits You can't get a name, a defensive
Ryan
coordinator.
Kerrigan. Ryan Kerrigan is the answer to this question.
Ryan Kerrigan was a mediocre to above average.
No,
Montez Sweat.
no.
I mean,
No,
look how
Kerrigan.
far we're going back. Dana Stubblefield. Like, where are we going here? Okay, like we're gonna get to Charles Mann.
You're eventually gonna get.
We're getting to Dexter without the.
It has to be Ryan Kerrigan. Like
Von Miller this year.
I hope you're right. From your lips to God's ears. But my point is that I think those are game-changing positions. I think left tackle, pass rushing D end. There are positions on the field.
Challenging. Would you agree that the Cowboys got more than fair value for Micah? 2 firsts?
I think 2 firsts and a stud
yes
defensive tackle it's an equal trade-off. They did not get fleeced.
Well, I would, I guess within the context of what the Cowboys have traded recently, didn't they give up 2 firsts to get what's that quarterback they traded for from the
Trey Lance?
Yeah, didn't that cost them 2 firsts?
I mean, it cost the Niners 3 firsts to get him. So
yeah, that's true too. Well, regardless, I think Micah not coming. I mean, if he would have went to the Eagles or the Giants, it would have been a disaster, right? On many levels. So he's going to Green Bay, but I don't think he makes that unit decisively better. Andy's very big on Jordan Love and the Packers. I still don't see it. Like, they're better. Are they 1 or 2 wins better with Micah? Probably, maybe.
Maybe I forgot, but I don't think the Packers' issue last season was their defense. Their issue was their offense and their weapons not being enough.
Yeah, they couldn't run the ball at all last year. I mean, they
couldn't run. They barely had any healthy receivers.
Yes, and Jordan Love missed a couple games as well. So yeah, I mean,
the defense was never really the issue there.
Well, I mean, this helps them. It doesn't. I mean, they're not.
Yeah, absolutely, it helps. But they didn't address their biggest needs by going out and getting Micah.
Stevie brought up something too. Micah being a podcaster or like a media person while also playing in Dallas. I don't think people. I think people in Green Bay care a lot more about their local football team, a lot more than people in Dallas do. Like Green Bay, it's literally embedded in the culture there. I don't think they're going to tolerate a lot of nonsense off the field, or like, I don't know. Where do you guys fall on this? Like, is it distracting to have players doing stuff like this in season during their off time?
1,000%. Right? Imagine the media shitstorm if Jaden Daniels decided to have his own podcast with Malik Neighbors every week.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
You'd hate it.
Too much bulletin board material. You know, right? Oh, he said this, or he meant this, or
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's all about production. So I mean, I could give you examples of guys doing crazy stuff, and they're producing on the court or the field. I'm thinking of Dennis Rodman. As long
or
as he's
the Kelsey brothers.
Sure. Exactly. So I think it's all about production. If Jaden's doing what he's doing on the field, then he can do whatever he wants. I don't think Micah's a bad locker room guy. I think the Cowboys are a toxic environment. I didn't watch the documentary, but I can just imagine.
Yeah.
So I think, if he's producing, they're gonna love him. I mean, I think maybe I'm just.
Well, he said himself he was open to coming here and playing for this coaching staff in Washington. For whatever reason, Peters didn't pursue it, or the Cowboys rightfully said we're not trading in the division. Like, this is not.
There's a big difference. I'd be very curious to see which one of those. Both of those couldn't be true. Which one of those is true? Because Adam Peters has shown to be somewhat of
if you had to bet on one, I would bet that the Cowboys said we're not.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
We're not going to do that. Like, we're not sending him in division. I mean,
if you're Adam Peters, you would leak that because that would show that you tried.
Maybe if the season starts off,
that shows they're afraid of us.
Yeah, I mean, I think you keep it in your pocket, and if you're going to leak it, you do it when you're a little bit further into the season. If things especially aren't going your way, they have something to the effect of, Skins have an issue with pass rush. They're trying to shore it up. Sources say they tried to do that in the preseason with blah blah blah, but the Cowboys wouldn't take the call, right? Like something like that. Yeah, I can see it taking a little bit of turning the heat down a little bit for sure. But I mean, the trade is done. The season is here. The Cowboys will feel his presence lacking, or they're going to miss his presence, so to speak, in the middle of the field. But that defense, when it was healthy, wasn't terrible, right? The Eagles, I think, to bring it back to the game on Thursday night, the Eagles are just really loaded. I mean, they're loaded everywhere, right? Their second receiver would be a number one on 80% of the team.
Yeah, 80%, sure.
Devontae Smith?
Yeah, Devontae Smith.
Yes, but I mean,
we catch it. He caught more balls, if I'm not mistaken, than AJ last year, right? I mean, they have a potent offense. And the tush push last I checked is still allowable, no?
I think their O-line is the best in the business.
Oh, actually, they did tweak something about the tush push. You can't lift the player, right? You can't lift him and shove him forward. There was something that they tweaked about it. I got to go back and check before the game. You can push, you can shove everybody forward, but you can't lift the runner and move them forward. Something to that effect. But either way,
I still hate the rule. I'm all about Louisville on that one. Just jump over and just make it disruptive.
Yeah, I mean, when you're on the 1-inch line, does it matter if you get a bunch of penalties?
I forgot about that debacle in the NFC.
Come on, baby, it's football season. Come on,
it was the best move. If you're on the 1-inch line, just make it disruptive to the point where the NFL is like, we have to get rid of this rule.
He became a hero to the casual sports fan. I got people just watching it, loving it.
And here locally, we hadn't seen it since the LeVar Leap, right? I mean, it's been a long time.
I bought a Louisville jersey just because of that one.
That's
sequence.
Not the reason you bought it.
That's a strong jersey. Almost as strong as
the new Super Bowl era jersey. I got a Louisville one.
It's strong.
Very excited for it. Yeah,
strong.
Slightly imperfect.
What do you mean slightly imperfect?
Like, was it discounted somewhere? Like slightly?
No, it's the newly released Super Bowl era ones.
Hold on. Of all the players on the team,
I chose Louisville.
Honestly,
there's a little superstition in what other players I was not allowed to buy.
By who?
I would have gone with Tunsil.
By myself. Like, I would never buy a Terry. I have too many linemen. I needed to go defense.
Wait, we can we do a segment on your lineman jerseys?
Yeah, I got a Trent Williams. I got a Chris Samuels. I'm always a left tackle jersey guy.
How about a Dockery?
Dockery would be fantastic.
My kids bought me a Trent Williams Niners jersey. Strong.
Or a Jensen would be a really good one too.
Jensen could be a good one. Who's the guy just Brandon Sheriff?
Actually, this team, my kids' team, just whooped Will Montgomery's travel baseball team. Shout out to Loudon Will Montgomery.
What are we doing here?
My kid got your boy.
Is that the name of the team? Are they the Loudon Will Montgomerys?
My kid whooped his kid. Okay, kid couldn't catch up to Eli's fastball.
Oh my god! Third mic is a little loose this evening.
Yeah, no, we might need to.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a lot of name dropping in that last.
My bad.
So I wanted to do some fantasy predictions, and we got to talk about the Clippers situation also. Can we stay football and go do a little bit of fantasy around the horn here?
Let's do it.
Who's going to lead the league from a receiver's perspective in yards, touchdowns, whichever category you prefer? Who's going to be top dog when it comes to receivers? Who's on Jamar? Who's on JJ? Who's on Terry? Who do you guys got?
I think you got to go Jamar.
Okay. Any specific reason?
I think of all of the offenses out there and the weapons and the number of targets, the Burrow to Jamar link is the strongest over. I mean, you're not going to take JJ McCarthy to Justin Jefferson. You're not going to take Dak to CD. You're not going to take Jalen to AJ Brown. What other you're not going to take Goff to Amon-Ra. There isn't really any stellar connections more than Burrow to Jamar.
Stevie, you see it the same way, or you got somebody else in mind?
I mean, I had the number one pick in one of my leagues, drafted Jamar, so I'd be a hypocrite if I said otherwise.
How about a reach? Give me a dark horse that could end up just doing it.
I'll go. I mean, I don't know what I don't know with JJ McCarthy, but if he's lights out, Justin has a resurgent season, comes back refreshed.
I mean, they can't win without him being an all-star, all-pro, whatever. Like, they can't win without Jefferson going bananas. They can't.
He is the most talented receiver in the game, from my perspective.
Yeah. I mean, it's either him or Jamar. I mean, those are the options, right? I mean, is there someone else out there I'm sleeping on?
I mean, I would hope that Malik does not have a fantastic season. That would suck for us if Neighbors had a good season. Also, I think super dark horse. I mean, I was just knocking him, but that Trevor Lawrence to Brian Thomas Jr. connection could be legit based
So
on how that coaching staff shows up.
So I think they actually have the potential to be not dark horse, but like legit scary. Trevor has to sling it this year.
Yes.
I mean, this is it. This is do or die for Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville, or maybe in the league at all. Like if he has another Trevor-like season, he's not playing in the NFL as a starter next season.
Yeah, he'll be the world's most expensive journey quarterback.
I think he will be out there slinging it. I would put him in that category. I low key am terrified of Malik Neighbors just because the instability at quarterback in New York. Whoever is under center is going to be fighting to keep that job, which means throw it deep consistently to the guy that you drafted, last year super high, who is almost unguardable in the NFL. Like you gotta throw it to Malik Neighbors. I think he may end up leading the league in catches, maybe not yards or touchdowns. Cortland Sutton, I think, doesn't get enough looks. That offense in Denver is good, and Peyton has a way of making stars out of his guys, and they clearly wanted him to be there. Sean Payton, that is. And then here locally, Terry's got the contract. Could he not flirt with the touchdowns at least? Maybe not the yards, but the touchdowns?
I think the touchdowns he could flirt with being up there. There's also one other situation that we're forgetting, and it could be if both of the old heads stay healthy.
I mean, DK.
It could be I was going to say Matthew Stafford to Devontae Adams.
No, there's no chance. I don't think Devontae's got the speed to catch and run the way he do.
I don't know.
Sling it. I think if there's one player who's sleeping on, it's DK. Right. I mean, if Aaron can stay upright, he's not going to be creative. He's not going to rush the ball himself. He's never really been consistently a throw it to my tight end or check down guy. He generally throws it down the field. DK has that speed. The Steelers, we might be sleeping on them just a little bit. I think DK could do it. He could do it. I mean, he's free.
Who's the number one receiver for the Bears? It's not Roma Dunze. It's somebody else.
It's not Allen. Oh, no.
Allen's gone.
The donk from Carolina that moved over.
Stinks. I had him in fantasy. What is his name?
What is his name? I gotta look it up, FP.
Because that could be who?
He sucks. I don't remember his name. He sucks.
DJ Moore.
DJ Moore.
DJ Moore, your boy OZ.
Caleb to DJ Moore could, depending on what Ben Johnson. If Ben Johnson makes DJ Moore turn into Amon-Ra, Caleb isn't as bad as we all hope he is or think he's going to be. That's another duo that could surprise some people.
Caleb hasn't done anything to inspire confidence this offseason. Ben Johnson is going to outsmart himself. He's going to coach himself onto the hot seat. That's like is it totally completely?
He's not going to be on the off seat. I think Caleb is going to be a 2-year rental in Chicago and float around.
They generally haven't done that, right? I mean, they generally have.
Chicago always does that,
but it's usually
3 years.
It's usually 3. Fields, I think, was the exception. Fields was 3.
Trubisky.
Yeah, so like you're probably going to see him for another one, but Ben Johnson. I mean, all reports out of Chicago where his offense is too complicated, and not just for the pros. It's such a shift from what they were doing last year also. But DJ Moore is a talented receiver. I mean, Roma Dunze is
he scorched us that 2 seasons ago.
We see that. I think we get them here. Are we in Chicago?
It's in DC.
Yeah, it's in DC. How about for running backs? Let's talk running backs for a little bit. I'm big on Saquon. I think he's got it. I don't think anybody challenges him. And my dark horse, just to keep us moving here, Derrick Henry. That dude is until I see signs of him actually unable to run or being tackled consistently, that's the guy. Saquon is the closest thing we have to Barry Sanders, and Derrick Henry is still the guy. Anyone disagree?
I don't know.
I'm trying to find like a baseball equivalent of like such a match made in heaven between the Ravens and everything they represent and Derrick Henry. I mean, it's almost like Aaron Judge on the Yankees. He's kind of Bronx bomber and, the biggest guy in the game. So, I mean, it is the perfect. He pissed away. He was great in Tennessee, but just kind of, floundering over there in the middle of nowhere. And now he's just perfectly set. Now, if they could just fix Lamar in the playoffs, but that's a different story.
Well, I mean, they're getting a little long in the tooth here with this combination. I mean, Lamar's got to get over this hump. I mean, they played great in the regular season, but they really didn't do anything to address their offense. I mean, they didn't, like, Zay Flowers is still top dog, I think, from a receiver perspective. They added, did they add?
They added D-Hop, you know.
Yeah, but he's a possession guy at this point in his career, right? So, and Lamar generally doesn't like to throw it down the field. So you basically have 1.5 running backs in that backfield. Derrick Henry cannot be tackled one-on-one. And when we start to see that consistently, you know, that's kind of, you're getting to the end of the king in that regard. It's same with Saquon, right? Saquon, I mean, it may be easier to tackle, but extremely shifty and really fun to watch. I'm looking forward to seeing him on Thursday night. But FB, anybody else come to mind as far as from a rushing perspective?
I think the only other one that can even come close to that conversation is potentially the Sonic and Knuckles duo in Detroit, probably the edge going to Swift. I think the running backs in general across the league kind of weak. Every team doesn't really have elite running backs that can even touch Saquon or the King. I mean, really, there's nobody else. I think Swift is your only other guy. Maybe Kyron Williams is okay. I don't know. I'm all about Bill having a breakout season for the Skins. Doubt it. I mean, I think it comes down to your QBs that are going to get all the rushing attempts over your other running backs.
Honestly, I'm not just saying this because I think I drafted him way too early in fantasy. I think Eckler is going to have an awesome season if he stays healthy.
You still, for 2.5 seasons, haven't been able to say his last name.
I think Eckler is going to have an awesome season if he stays healthy. I don't know who that other kid is.
Did we lose Joe?
Did we? I'm watching Dodgers.
Oh, we lost Joe.
We
lost
the podcast takes off. Okay.
Stevie, go for it.
All right, I'm your new host here, Stevie. Welcome to the new version of DTC, okay? This is like the Raw era, okay? This is the Attitude era, okay?
I'm getting canceled. I'm going to get canceled.
This is freaking awesome. All Republicans, all day. Trump, 2028, okay? Trump.
Oh, my God.
We lose the captain. We lose the captain for 5 seconds, and Steve took us to the far right.
Things are popping off here, Joe. Just step off. I got it.
Well, I can't edit. I can't edit whatever you said live. So
we entered into the Attitude era of DTC.
So yeah,
you were talking about a player. I think that's not on the Lions. FP DeAndre is no longer a Lion.
Not Swift. The other one, Gibbs.
Jameer Gibbs.
Yeah, my bad.
Okay, so you had maybe Jameer Gibbs challenges for rushing title, maybe,
possibly.
Okay, it's interesting. I don't think that team is good enough to do it, but okay. Stevie,
I think they're gonna have to lean on him.
Well, what I was saying when I don't know where you entered into whatever ozone, but I think the guy who's gonna have a sleepy, like really good season is Eckler in this offense. I think if he stays healthy, he's going to be awesome in the pass game and the run game.
I think you drafted him, if I'm not mistaken, too.
That's the only reason I'm saying this, because I definitely got bullied into drafting him too early.
He's not going to be your ground and pound running back. That's going to fall to Bill. But
who's Bill?
Go ahead, FP. Tell him. FP's only been obsessed with him for 6 months. Go ahead.
Did we name kid?
Did we lose Joe again, or did I? Am I?
Oh, I'm here. Oh man,
this show's off the rails. Everybody, just step off. I got it.
Stevie, can you hear me? What is happening?
I'm back.
The dollar bill. It's the 3-name kid. Yes, FP.
Yeah, Ja'Cory Marikoski.
What is so great about him? I've seen some highlights, and it seems like a mediocre Alfred Morris.
No. He is quick twitch, shifty, and hits the hole fast, and then he has breakaway speed. He's gonna be really good.
If he sees
the field, he will see this. He's listed as RB4, but he's really like RB2, depending on the package that comes out. It's a weird way.
Would you bet a Fogo de Chao dinner who's going to have more yards?
Eckler or Bill? I'll do that. I'll take that bet.
Straight up.
Okay.
Straight up.
Yeah, what do you want me to spot on the
Rushing yards or
Hold
total
on, hold on.
yards?
But the rest of the show
Yeah,
comes for dinner. So somebody's paying for 6 guys to eat.
rushing?
That's
No.
captain. That's the captain's money. That's not my money.
I'm spotting him just rushing. We know Eckler's going to
Okay,
have
just rushing. Yes, I'll take that bet.
That's a closer bet, I think. Yeah, that's not. That's
All right.
not terrible.
Hookah and
steak. Total yards.
Can we make a Chima over Fogo? Fogo's terrible.
Fogo is pretty terrible, Stevie. I'm done with Fogo. The unsalted meats are
I'm going to bring you all to the city, okay? The city has been cleaned up. God bless our president, okay?
There's a Fogo in Reston. There's a Fogo in what are you talking about?
Now, why would I drive into a city and risk the windows of my truck getting busted?
Ain't no risk.
Oh, that doesn't happen anymore.
Ain't no risk. It is the most beautiful city in America.
I got one more for you on fantasy predictions. Just last one.
Somebody's waiting for a mic.
John, I know John's waiting on a mic. Yeah, for those that are following the show, John's gonna be joining us starting next week with the he's got to get a camera and a mic because he drafted the other night without a camera, saying that the camera was broken. But one more fantasy prediction, and I want to zag here and just talk defense. The Eagles, the Lions, both top of the list. I mean, as far as like considered to be the best, 1 and 2. I think it's Denver. I think Denver has the best actual defense. I mean, time will tell, obviously. I think they actually have a home field advantage. And as the weather gets a little bit colder, I think Denver is legit a hard place to play between the weather and the cold and the altitude and all that jazz. But do either of you have the Lions above the Eagles from a defensive perspective? I know the Eagles are leaking some players here and lost some guys along the way, but they have consistently looked good. Does anyone disagree?
Or
do you have someone else?
I actually do think Denver will be the best defense. They were top 5 category, like every category last season, and if I'm not mistaken, they returned absolutely everyone. So I think they will be the number 1 defense in the league this year. But as far as Lions or Eagles, Lions are shaky on secondary. Eagles are strong on secondary. Lions have probably the better
D-line,
elite weapon on their edge over the Eagles, but the Eagles have some breakaway tackles. It's pretty even. I mean, I think the edge goes to the Eagles, though. I think they're more depth than the Lions, and that's what you saw kind of be the demise of the Lions last season.
Do you think the Commanders can mix into this at all?
Yeah, like you know my stance on the Commanders' defense.
I'm asking. You're very big. You're still very high on Marshawn Lattimore, but that's why I'm asking. I mean,
on the entire secondary.
From a Commanders fan's perspective, successful season for the defense equals what? Top 10 defense?
Top 10.
Top 10?
Top 10 defense, but more the specific categories is going to be third down defense. I need you to be like top 5. And then points allowed, I need you to be top 5.
I think defense statistics are broken in the sense of when you say top 10 defense, historically that's yardage, right? And I think that's just who cares? If you give up 99 yards on every drive, but hold them to 3, what do I care? You know,
exactly
these are
right.
Bend don't break defense. But I think to FP's point, I'll get to the best defenses, but generally, I think turnovers, those are game-changing plays. Third down defense has historically been an Achilles heel for us, not being able to get off the field, causing turnovers. We had seasons where, we were just in the pits where we just could not get
off the field,
and get off the field. And so I think that when you talk about fantasy defense, I just, as a general rule, I think fantasy defense is so much predicated on schedule that it's, I know actually the guy who's asking for a mic, okay, is probably, look, I'm just saying, the greatest fantasy player I've ever been around. I'm just saying, okay.
Oh my God.
John from Chantilly is probably pound for pound the greatest fantasy player I've ever seen. His commitment to the game, his ability to ignore distractions, including family and new arrivals, is incredible. It is incredible. I respect it. Okay. And so,
he is a 4-time champ.
What he does, sometimes he'll play free agent defense. He'll just pick up defenses based on the schedule, which I think is very, very smart. You just go and see, who's playing the, Cardinals or whatever, who's playing, whoever. So that being said, I go back to where we were in the Micah Parsons thing. Is you get a defensive end stud who can cause havoc, get in the backfield, make plays, game changing. Now we'll need to see that with Aiden Hutchinson coming back from the injury. But if he's the Aiden Hutchinson he was before he got hurt, I don't think losing. I know they lost their decor. Aaron Glenn is going to be that big of a deal when you have, the head coach and everybody set. So I think they'll be fine.
All right. Well, I still think it's the Eagles in the end. I just think they've been together the longest. And you were picking on the Cardinals. I think there's a couple defenses that nobody ever looks at, and the Cardinals generally are competitive defensively. Generally speaking, Houston had a pretty good defensive season last year. Well, I guess we'll see. The Vikings have had really good defenses, but they're going to need help from their offense as well. Obviously, it's a little bit connected there with how good or how potent that offense can be. But I got one more topic, and then we're going to switch into OMC, the last one for a long time. I want to talk about the Clippers. It's a hard pivot here into the NBA for just a second. Steve Ballmer is the owner of the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is a player for the Clippers. Steve Ballmer has a company that plants trees, supposedly, allegedly, that agreed to pay Kawhi Leonard $28 million in equal payments for 7 years. Unless he's traded from the Clippers, the tree company will pay him unless he's traded from the Clippers or retires in $7 million a season for 7 seasons or whatever the math was on it, a total of $28 million. The company isn't real, and Kawhi doesn't work there. He's an officer of it, and it's all come to light. Pablo Torre is the one who brought this to light a couple days ago. I think this is a big deal. The initial response from most people was this has been happening for a long time. They just got caught. Where are you guys on this? Because I couldn't stop reading about it. It was such a simple contract. I don't know if you guys actually got eyes on it, but it's literally the company that is being paid on behalf of Kawhi is called KL2, as in Kawhi Leonard and his jersey number, which is 2. That's what's in the contract with the tree planting company, which has never planted a tree, and they're paying him $28 million. This is how, basically, there was an investigation open, and Pablo Torre was like, how did they land Kawhi Leonard for basically $30 million less than everybody else was offering? And this appears to be the reason why. Do you guys have any thoughts on this? Because to me, it's wild. It's wild. Not that they tried to do it, but that they got caught.
I'll relate it. We were talking about that Netflix documentary. This is the Cowboys landing Deion Sanders for almost no money, but then he gets all of his endorsement money from Nike, surprisingly, the same exact time that he signs with the Cowboys. It's kind of been professional sports through and through. We'll bring you in, we'll do the contract numbers, we'll fudge whatever we need to fudge so that the player association and the other teams, whatever, don't bat their eye at us because they're all doing the same thing. And you'll get your money elsewhere on whatever endorsement or company or back alley deal that we do for you. I think it's just sports through and through. The only sport that probably doesn't do it is baseball, because baseball money
You can just do whatever you want.
is just do whatever you want. But I mean, it makes sense in the NBA because NBA money is so astronomically high, but the product doesn't warrant the money, so you have to do it from somewhere else.
But the NBA also got rid of the luxury tax bracket. You cannot exceed the number. The salary cap used to be a number you can exceed. You can no longer exceed it, right? There is no luxury tax for going over. Doesn't exist. You just cannot. That
even more reason, yeah.
Yeah. So how did they sign him? This is apparently how they did it. Stevie, do you care about this at all? I'm just curious. As a sports fan, as a one-time basketball fan, as a business guy, it's clever, but they got caught.
I think the most interesting aspect is the business aspect. I mean, I think it's a circumventing of the rules. Are you breaking rules or circumventing them? And is there a difference, So to me, did they break any rules? I don't know. Pablo Torres seems to think so, but Mark Cuban doesn't, because I assume he's done that as well. And I assume there's some type of status quo here that, Steve Ballmer, I assume, didn't invent this. That's kind of where I'm in the sense that there's no way that Steve Ballmer concocted this idea completely on his own, not a basketball guy, not a NBA guy, and just said I'm going to do this and go rogue. There's no way. This is clearly, and Pablo Torres, I don't know if you listen to any of the clips, he seemed to allude to that. And even when he responded to Cuban, he said, hey, let's sit down and let's talk about some of your free agents. And then he alluded to the kid in New York, Jalen Brunson, and saying, I want to put out some stuff there, or investigate some stuff there. So, it's business, and if you're able to circumvent it, fine. Hey, we started this thing with the stupid learners who won't spend $5 on a player. So God bless Ballmer for trying to help his team and then trying to do what he needs to do to win.
Yeah, I think in the end, Ballmer is not going to be seen as. I don't think anybody's going to care about Ballmer. I think people will look at Kawhi and say he's the one that maybe did something a little nefarious here, which is ironic because he didn't do anything except sign his name, create a fake company, accept payment for not doing any work. You see what I'm saying? Like it's on him, right? Ballmer said, I have a way of paying you outside of the league. This is how we're going to do it. But I mean, KL2 Incorporated, right? Like,
I think this would be a bigger story if it was a team that competes deep into the playoffs,
or if they won something,
or if it's something like it was tagged to LeBron and that's why he floated from all of his teams or whatever. Like, then it would be a big story. Yeah. But Kawhi Leonard's always been the silent media guy, so nobody really has much on him.
It's true.
And the Clippers aren't really that they're the smaller LA market. Like, nobody really cares.
Which is shocking because they're the better team. Like, and they
with the newer arena. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out though. Like, does the NBA have a leg to stand on as far as finding Ballmer? How would they find him? Would they take away draft picks? Like, I am curious how to see how this shakes out, especially with the season just a little bit.
Well, that was the other thing is you released this bombshell story the week of NFL's opening. If you pushed it 4 weeks, then it's massive, right? Yeah. When all the NBA heads are paying attention, then it's massive.
And maybe Pablo got that wrong. But even in the chat right now, if you guys are watching, it's all football talk, including another comment from our boy MY. Like, all hail Jaden Daniels, ruler of everything. Nobody cares. Even right now, nobody cares about what's happening in I mean, it's the wrong season. I generally agree with you, FP. I think there is a story here. Maybe Kawhi gets suspended. I don't know, but
no, NBA has to punish Ballmer, but it'll be a slap on the wrist, and it'll be something to save face.
Yeah,
and it'll be something to just say, "Hey, we did our part. Go ahead and do it again." Not that big of a deal.
What's the difference between suspending Kawhi and him just regularly sitting out 3/4 of the season? It's the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point too. I mean, that's a problem the NBA is going to have to deal with too. The resting, the players resting is a huge problem.
All hail Jaden Daniels, ruler of everything.
Ruler of everything. I mean, I like the first part. I don't know about the second part. But
I mean, I love the sentiment. I assume we're not going to cover what a worst case scenario looks like on Sunday.
No. Get out of here.
Well, I mean, we could do it. You want to do it?
I brought it up to a few people.
FP's the one that started the jack, basically saying, he started the emotional hedge like 10 days ago, actually.
Mm-hmm.
With the Giants, the Jameis Winston can play. Russell Wilson still got something in the tank. They got a
front defense.
That defense is underrated. These are FP's musings that he's been sharing.
Yeah, we couldn't score a touchdown on him last season to start the season.
I mean, you go back a couple. I mean, how many times did we lose to Daniel Jones running the ball, right, up and down the field on the Commanders, right? I mean, this is
game.
Yeah,
they were trying to lose.
I mean, Stevie,
I think
we all had them winning this game. No, I can go back to my sheet. I think we all had them winning.
You're at home as the defending runner-ups in the NFC.
Defending runner-ups.
What is a defending runner-up? Is it a prestigious?
That's the Colts hanging up a
we
banner
finished
for
second.
That's a big deal. That's a big deal. You are a game away from the Super Bowl. You should win Week 1 against the Giants.
We weren't
You should win
3
You
quarters.
weren't a game away.
3 quarters. Actually, no, we were blown out. I take it.
We're blown out from the start, from the jump.
Saquon's first carry.
Yeah.
Oh, so painful. You're right.
Otherwise,
Yeah, it's not like you lost in the fourth quarter. You lost with 15 minutes to play in
You
the first quarter.
you lost before the coin flip
Yeah,
finished.
You lost when you walked on the field.
You're
Yeah,
literally never in it. As if we didn't play it. You're right. I mean, we were 2 games away.
We're one full game because they
Yeah, one full game,
dominated. They dominated the Lions. But like how much does it suck to be a Lions fan, right? To lose to the Commanders and then watch the Commanders get run out of the building in the first quarter. The following, the pain is fresh.
Because the Eagles probably would have competed a little bit more.
Competed against the Lions?
Eagles. The Lions would have competed over the Eagles.
What's going on
Yeah,
there? What's happening over there?
Being on the phone is completely throwing me off.
May your technology woes be resolved soon, sir. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, one more pivot here. We'll keep this one short, maybe closer to the 60-minute mark, although the last several have been, fatties. Let's do the final OMC here. There was some discussion about maybe bringing back OMC in a limited run format for the long weekend or the long week when the Commanders play in Spain, and then for the bye week, maybe. But I feel like we're going out with a good one here. Let me play the sounder, and then we will do the OMC. Stand by.
This is the Off-Season Movie Club. Get your popcorn and enjoy.
All right, boys. Last one for a while. We are going to be reviewing OMC, the Off-Season Movie Club reviews 2006 Denzel thriller, Deja Vu. Rotten Tomatoes has it as a 55. IMDb at a 7.1. Fans have it much higher than 55. They've got it at 84%. So critics and fans not aligned here. Features a stud cast. Denzel Washington, Val Kilmer, R.I.P., Paula Patton. Stevie's got a thing for Paula Patton. Plays Claire Kuchever in the movie. I'm not sure why you got to think for her, by the way, because she doesn't smile a single time in the movie. She's either upset, running, crying, but
lovely.
It's interesting.
Caramel silky skin.
Okay. We got Carol Orsted is played by the great Jim Caviezel. Got Jesus in this one. Got Adam Goldberg playing Dr. Alexander Denny. Most people know him still as Eddie from Friends, believe it or not. It's crazy that's a callback that still comes up. And then you got Bruce Greenwood and Ellie Fanning, like good casting, in my opinion, all the way around, including Erica Alexander and Eldon Henson, who play Gunners and Shanty. They're the ones that are working all the machines and the gizmos in the control lab. So that's the cast. Obviously, Denzel is top bill on this one, and I don't want to get too into it here, but I'll give you the review and then we'll go around the horn and kind of talk about it a little bit. So, team of a top secret program brings ATF agent Doug Carlin, Denzel Washington, into its midst to capture the terrorist, played by Jim Caviezel, responsible for a ferry bombing that left hundreds dead. Its amazing technology lets the team unfold time 4 days backwards and see the madman's movements as he plots his sick plan. Takes place in New Orleans, filmed on site 2006. For context, everything you see from New Orleans is actually shot between 2005 and 2006 in New Orleans. This is 1 year removed from Hurricane Katrina, which made landfall in 2005. Actually made landfall 3 days ago, 20 years ago, believe it or not, boys. That's how far away, that's how long ago Hurricane Katrina was. And then this movie was filmed on site. Obviously, it was one of the very first projects in the city. It was meant to rejuvenate the local economy and bring people to town and yada, yada, yada. So, everything you see from in the Ninth Ward, that was all filmed on site. So that's the backstory here on Deja Vu. I begged everyone to watch this. The reason it popped up, I don't remember. Was I watching Godfather FP? I was watching something and it popped up on Hulu. I don't remember what I was watching. Something popped up and it said, you might like this. And I was like, I love this movie, Deja Vu. And my wife was sitting next to me and she's like, I've never seen it. I was like, it was a random Thursday night at like 9:30. I was like, clear your schedule. We're gonna power through this 2-hour movie right now. You're gonna love it. And we fired it off. And then I told you guys, obviously, let's do it. Let's close OMC with it. So, FP, what do you think of this movie? Had you seen it before watching it for OMC?
I thought I had seen it. It turned out that was one of the Denzel movies I had not seen. And I'm torn on the movie. Overall, fantastic movie. Definitely worth a watch. Great movie. The New Orleans part of it, post Katrina, seeing all of that, painful, but also like really cool that they basically created this movie to rejuvenate the city, and you can respect that, and you watch it and you just feel connected to the city and the way that they showcase it post Katrina. It's all really cool. The tech dork in me hated this movie. This is so
Couldn't get
like
past it.
I just can't get past just extremely outlandish tech. It almost to the point where when they finally reveal, spoiler alert, whatever, when they finally reveal, like, oh, we accidentally poked a hole through the space time continuum and the fabric of time, that made it better because I was like, if you're gonna be terrible tech, at least go so far extreme that it's a time machine. That makes it better to me than just some magical drone camera that they had.
80% of the movie, they ask us to believe that this is top secret and
Right.
these things are happening. And then there's like 10% of the movie where they're like, let's send a note. And it's like, we can't do it. It'll destroy the city. And they're able to send the note. And everyone's like, oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, they found the note. And it changes the hit, like it changes things. And then 2 minutes later, he's like, I'm getting in the machine, right? We went from, you can't do it. We went from, it's a still look back to Denzel does that cool thing. That's actually goosebumps. Even just talking about it with the laser pointer and Claire.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what is this? And then there's a note, and it's like, wow, they sent the note back. And then he's getting into the contraption and ends up in a hospital. Like we went from suspend belief to it's okay, it's a movie to we're now on the planet Jupiter. Like we just it was very far to the right all of a sudden.
It's very mid 2000s when it comes to the technology and kind of the that part where it's like 90s thinking but futuristic execution.
Yes.
And you're just stuck in this middle limbo, and it wasn't distracting to the movie. Like you buy into it and you get sucked into the plot that you forgive the technology part of it. But it's just
You
it's
see
interesting.
something similar in do you ever see Enemy of the State with Will Smith?
Yes. Yeah.
That whole idea of like the eagle eye and it's like zooming around every time the staff's like it's in range, right? It's a drinking game. It's in range. The address in range. Like
right.
I know it's in range because it's a movie.
That's one of the movies where they're like enhance, and all of a sudden you go from 6 pixels to 4K quality.
Yeah, we went from looking
with
at
the same lens. Like
we go from satellite view of Claire's house to inside the walls of the house.
Right. Through sound and radar.
Yeah, something like that. Stevie, what was your initial read on this one? Had you seen it before OMC?
Yeah. Come on, that's a classic. A Denzel movie comes out, you're watching it. Okay, Denzel, Republican, Trump 2028.
Oh
my guy.
It's the only reason I watched Gladiator 2, and I hated every minute.
It's a terrible movie. Terrible movie.
Wait, he's not in Gladiator.
He's in
Gladiator 2.
Oh, I didn't see it.
You shouldn't.
You should watch it. You're gonna like it.
And it speaks to the point of are we in a simulation? I actually just watched a Joe Rogan clip where he's literally telling Andrew Schultz, this has got to be a simulation. Like we have to be in a simulation. And honestly, like I'm personally
off the rails tonight.
I don't know. I don't know. Like there's too many weird things going on.
Okay, so Deja Vu reminds you of this. It could be that we're in a simulation.
Yeah, I'd say it's more likely than not.
Listen,
I don't even know how to bring this.
We all have that one conspiracy theory that we buy into. I have one that I like really buy into. One.
We can't get into that though. You can get into it. You can do whatever you want.
I can't get into it with Joe again.
Save it for the one of one cassette episode when we.
Did
I tell you about the
paywall, behind the paywall?
Well, not just a paywall. We're gonna get in a room, all of us together. We're gonna get a mini like tape recorder. We're gonna hit record and we're gonna record a show. And we're gonna auction off the show. One of one.
I love it. It'll be like Banksy.
It'll be something.
Yeah, it'll be like the Wu-Tang album that never got released.
Yes, exactly. That the pharmacy guy ended up buying it. Anyway. Okay, so how did you guys feel? I mean, Rotten Tomatoes, like I said, critics had it at 55, audience at 84, IMDb at 7.1. I don't think people pull this movie from their like when you ask about a Denzel movie, Man on Fire will come up. I mean, there's 100 movies I feel like that would come up ahead of this one, but I think this one belongs towards the top. I think this is some of his best acting individually. It's a really good cast. Val Kilmer is really good in this movie. I think Paula Patton, Claire Kuchever, I mean, she's a very intense. I mean, she does a very good job in this movie. And Jim Caviezel, that like very steady, even if anything, you could.
I love me some Jim Caviezel. I love me.
Same. But like, it's not a very diverse. Like, he has a wide range as an actor. This was not that demanding of him whatsoever.
Right?
Just
yeah,
a deranged ex-military guy who I mean, it's not even clear why he was doing what he was doing. He was just doing it. So, maybe some, not just plot holes, but just some things that don't line up. But, Stevie, how would you rank this one? Your scales 1 to 5.
Oh, I mean, it's, I mean, 3 and above to me is rewatchable. And I've seen it multiple times. Anytime it's on TV, you're throwing it on for 20, 30 minutes. I give it a 3.5.
3.5 is a strong flick. Would either of you consider this to be a good date movie?
Yeah. It's got your suspense. So she's coming in close for that. But then it's also got, again, you could throw out those conspiracies with the simulation, just see where she's at. No. I think it's solid.
Got some icebreakers built in. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And then you kind of go from one conspiracy to the next, see where she's at.
I guess see, and then play your cards as to where you're at too, I suppose.
Exactly. Then you can kind of maneuver.
I mean, if you're going to play a movie on a date, use it to bring out all the conversations.
Exactly.
Or better than Blade. Yeah.
Or it's a movie that you put on because you're not going to have any conversations.
That's valid.
Take that how you want.
Where maybe you fell asleep. Where do you rank this one, FP? Where's this on? Where's this on your scale?
I think 3 is where we say if it's on TV, you'll stop and watch. Like if you're channel surfing.
3 would also mean you're recommending that if somebody hasn't seen it, you go see it.
Yeah, I'd give it a 3.
You would pick it up wherever it is, but not necessarily start it over, type of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd give it a 3.
Okay, I think that's a fair assessment. I'm personally at a 3.5. I think this movie is a little bit better than just stop what then it's on. I want to watch it. To me, if you haven't seen it, you need to see this movie. I think it is a Denzel classic. It just is, and there's enough in it to keep you interested on a rewatch as well. This is not an Ocean's 11 type of rewatch. This is really more of like a I don't know how to describe it. I mean, Man on Fire is a very similar movie in my opinion.
It has some of those callbacks where you could try to catch what you missed. So
sure,
it's good enough for that.
It is pre-iPhone, right? So you're seeing what the world might have looked like. There is some time capsule shtick in this too, right? Like you see the Hummer for what it used to be, right? I thought that was really interesting. My wife actually picked up on that. She's like, "That looks like a Hummer." I was like, "Yeah, it is." She's like, "But I thought that was a new car." I'm like, "It's not a new car, right?" Like the old Hummer and the new Hummer kind of look the same. There's some of that stuff going on in there too. And for me, anytime I see New Orleans, and I think you said it right, FB. They did right by the city, showcasing the city itself, right? I mean, this was in 2006. Cleanup was well underway, so like down on Bourbon Street, like things were suitable for shooting. But you see the lower Ninth Ward, you see towards the end there where they crashed that the ambulance into that like warehouse thing, like that's all very real. Like I've seen that up close and personal. That's very real. I do like it. I also like that the plot shifted, right? There was a change along the way where Denzel was leaving himself a note, if you recall, right? The blood in her apartment, like those were things that you can't connect those dots until you really see where the movie's going, and where it ends up is not usually where people think it's going to go. So I like it in that regard. I'll give it a 3.5 as well. I think this was a good movie. I'm glad I rewatched it. I'm glad we got to discuss it here too. And again, like even from Jim Caviezel's perspective, I want to say this is pre or post Passion.
Pre Passion.
Really?
Passion was in 2006.
Passion. Oh, I'm looking it up. Passion of Christ 2004. So this is Jim after playing Jesus. Yeah. So that's interesting.
Surprising.
Yeah, but it's a good movie. Good movie. Hopefully everybody got a chance to watch it. I know Rami watched it because he's nursing an injury, and he said he actually, I want to shout out Rami here, and he did us a huge solid. He went back and listened to every OMC segment and pulled our ratings out so that we could potentially post them with our ratings, right? So we can do the image of the movie and then like our individual ratings as well. We owe him a big thank you to Rami for doing that. So figure out where we're going to stick that stuff. But
I mean, I'll publish it just to piss off Andy again.
Well, listen,
where's Andy? What happened to him?
Andy's storm rage quit after one OMC.
Can we have another segment where we just keep on calling people out? Where's Matt DeMet? What happened to him?
Matt has done one show this calendar year, I think.
Boo.
No, that's not true. No, but football.
That's still more than Razzle.
He's gone.
Razzle may not be with us anymore.
Clean the chat out.
There's people trying to get into the chat. We
got a 90s era Redskins wait list for the chat.
Stevie called us out too. He called out Andy. He's like, how many food related chats are you in this week?
I mean, I was I don't know all of them. I was blessed or cursed to be a part of one a couple weeks ago. I haven't been the same since. Okay.
Has it passed, or are you still struggling through?
I mean, I keep on every morning I wake up, I say this too shall pass. It doesn't, but it's fine. You
went too heavy. You went too heavy too quick. You went too heavy.
I had 10 wings grilled. You guys were going
glory
crazy.
on the sauce. The glory sauce will get you every time. Oof. We need an endorsement from Glory Days.
I'm down to do another live show there.
I actually want to crush a s'mores McFlurry right now.
I mean,
I didn't even know that was a thing. That sounds amazing.
Dude. What is that? Yeah, what is that? It's a Oreo McFlurry with marshmallow.
It's like their fall like pumpkin spice or whatever. Delicious.
Oh, that sounds phenomenal.
How many PSLs have you had, FP?
4.
How long has it been out? Oh my
week.
God.
Week and a half.
Okay. All right. Okay. Totally normal. Okay. All right. Any closing thoughts, boys? Like I said, we'll keep this one tight. We got football this week. We got things to do to get ready.
Score for Thursday: Cowboys 28, Eagles 21.
Oh, okay. All right. Stevie, where are you at?
I'll go 17-10 Eagles. Low scoring game.
How about Commanders Giants? Who you got? Give me a score.
Me, I'll go
come on, Stevie.
31-27.
Good guys.
I don't think our defense. Yeah, I don't think our defense is where we think it is.
I think our defense is definitely there. I'm going 35-7 or 35-10.
Oh, give me that one. 35-10. I love it. I love it. Thank you, boys, for hanging out. The show is DTC Defeating the Curse. Football is here. Happy football to you all. You can find the show anywhere you get your podcast. Just search on Spotify or on Google or on Apple or on wherever. Search for DTC Defeating the Curse. Thank you for hanging out with us. Until next week, we are out.